A wealthy heir pretended to be poor and sick for 3 years, solely to test whether his girlfriend truly loved him. That day, he planned to carry out one final test. He had a doctor declare that his condition was critical and that he needed immediate surgery. But the surgery would cost as much as $200,000. Faced with this astronomical sum, the woman did not hesitate. She comforted her boyfriend, telling him not to give up treatment. She said she would find a way to raise the money. For the past 3 years, the woman had been working 3 jobs every day. All the money she earned had been spent on her boyfriend's medical care. She couldn't raise $200,000 in a short time. Suddenly, she saw a roadside ad soliciting kidney donations. She thought about using that method to get the money. But after a medical exam, the doctor told her she had a terminal illness, so she did not qualify to donate a kidney. The woman walked away disappointed. At that moment, she wasn't thinking much about her own illness. She was more worried about her boyfriend's surgery fees. Then a luxury car came by, and she couldn't get out of the way. She was knocked to the ground. The man in the car was the CEO, her boyfriend's older brother. He had just been drugged and felt feverish and restless. After realizing he had hit someone, he got out to check. The woman actually demanded compensation, claiming she was hurt and asking for some money to go to the hospital. The CEO saw she was trying to extort him, but at that moment the drug's effects were hitting him and he felt very unwell. To raise the surgery money for her boyfriend, the woman volunteered to have sex with the CEO in the car, claiming it was the only thing that could relieve his hot flushes. 3 minutes later, the CEO asked the woman how much she needed. The woman said $200,000, but she quickly realized that sounded like a lot, and explained she needed it to raise money for her sick boyfriend. The CEO didn't believe her, but he still handed her the money without hesitation. Then he heard her call the doctor to schedule the surgery and saw her head toward the hospital, and he began to suspect she might be telling the truth. He immediately instructed his assistant to investigate her background. 3 days later, the woman was at the hospital, carefully caring for her boyfriend after the operation. The boyfriend, looking deeply affectionate and silent, promised that once he fully recovered, he would prepare a surprise for her. However, feeling guilty for betraying her boyfriend, the woman decided she would leave once he got better. After the woman went to work, the boyfriend couldn't wait and called his friends to announce that the woman had passed his test and that he planned to propose to her. He invited his friends to go to a bar that night for one last celebration. He didn't notice the bloody tissue the woman had coughed into and left in a trash can. That night, the woman was working, serving VIP rooms at the bar. She was shocked to find her boyfriend in the very room, and his friends were doctors and nurses from the hospital. Only when she overheard their conversation did she realize that her boyfriend's illness had been faked for 3 years. She had been deceived like a fool, sacrificing everything and raising medical funds for him until she developed a terminal illness. The money she had worked so hard to raise might not even be enough to buy a single bottle at this party. Trying to contain her anger, the woman poured them drinks but accidentally spilled one. The boyfriend's friends deliberately mocked her. As she stepped out of the VIP room, she ran into the boyfriend's brother. Earlier, the CEO had ordered his assistant to investigate her past and learned that she had been working 3 jobs a day to scrape together medical funds for her sick boyfriend. Seeing her soaked in alcohol, he felt pity for her. The CEO did not yet know that the woman's boyfriend was his younger brother. He forcibly carried her back to a hotel room and demanded that she break up with her boyfriend, saying he would take care of her from then on. The boyfriends suddenly chased after them and, upon seeing who was in the room with his girlfriend, realized it was his brother.